Russia is not strong enough to deal with several conflicts at a time. That is why the Kremlin decided to prioritize its war in Ukraine when Assad's regime collapsed. But according to experts, withdrawing from Syria does not mean that Russia has lost interest in the region.
The main theater for the Russian war of aggression is, of course, Ukraine, because we all know how things are developing there, and probably there will be some changes with the incoming US administration, and they are concentrating just there. Apparently, the decision was that they have to prioritize the Ukrainian situation and not the Syrian one.
Russia's efforts are purely focused on the war in Ukraine, and even in the war in Ukraine they need support from North Korea. So this is why they were simply not able to afford any assistance to Assad's regime in Syria, and this is why this time he wasn't able to hold his positions.
When rebels took control of Syria, Russia did not use its military force to support the regime as it has done in the past. The one gesture it made was offering refuge to Assad and his family. But Russia is playing a more complex game by establishing relations with the new Syrian government.
We have seen that the Russian propaganda and communication landscape has changed its narrative immediately, from calling these rebels terrorists and extremists. They have become now very friendly, and they changed overnight. And this is obviously because Russia wants to establish relationships as good as possible in order to protect the military assets they have in Syria. And in Syria, this is important because this is Russia's access to the Middle East.
Russia used to have 2 military bases in Syria, which are strategically important: the Tartus naval base on the Mediterranean coast and the Khmeimim air base near the port city of Latakia. According to Russian state media, Moscow has secured the fate of the bases as part of a deal, but Ukrainian intelligence reports that Russia is already pulling out its weapons and military equipment.